morning. Today is Tuesday, April 29th. A week from today, the Felt Tarot launches on Kickstarter. Yay! I am so excited. It's funny how you plan and plan and plan and then it's just here. Okay. So obviously I'm using the Felt Tarot for this week's energy reading, and then I'm using this Doe Temple Casting spread because I just saw some doe in the yard. And let's just cut it to get our energies for the week. So we have the sun. Oh, I like seeing that. I like seeing that for the first, for the center card. I feel like we could use a break. Like, amidst everything going on in our worlds, in our personal worlds, in the world at large, we could use that sun energy. We could use just the feeling of things are working out, right? Like, things are working out for us. It's a new day. It's a new week. Just, there's some positivity on the horizon. And whenever I do this spread, I use the ears as things that we are observing on the peripheries. So what could be contributing to this sun energy? And we have the devil. That's always good. How can the devil share to the positivity? And then we have the Seven of Wands. And so when I see those three together, so the devil on one side, we're keeping our eye on those things that tempt us, maybe those things that could be perceived as bad, or the people in low places, or just those things that like we're aware of that aren't always in our best interest. They could be things that are really fun, but we know we don't have time for it at this moment, right? So like, just because it's there doesn't mean it has to dim our light at all, and you can't really have light without the darkness. Like, there would be no differentiating between the two. And then on this other side, what's also contributing to our positive feelings this week is because we have our boundaries intact. No matter what the fans of drama or pushback or anything like that is coming, we've been able to step away from it. We've been able to remove ourselves from that situation. Or it's like a call to be like, hey, you really need to keep your boundaries in check. You need to say, no is a complete sentence. No, I will not do that. Or perhaps you're getting pushback because what you are doing is right, and that can also contribute to this positive energy. It's like, these are where they need to be. We're aware of them, and we're going to go ahead and be joyful anyway, right? So I'm going to bring in some Lenormand. We got 3 for the bottom here. Yes, we've got heart, garden, and tree. I like those. And then on top, we have the bear. So when I see these, I think about, intuitively, we also know that, this is right above. It's kind of coming down into it. And intuitively, we know that our resources are our biggest asset. They're the thing that keep us safe. They're the thing that we know we have access to. And even if it feels a little scarce at times, there's always going to be more. And that could be where the devil and the Seven of Wands come in. It's like, sometimes you might have to do some things that you might not want to do in order to access the resources. And the Seven of Wands is saying, or there needs to be a solid line between your boundaries and what you're spending or consuming and your time and energy on. Underneath, with the heart, the garden, and the tree, it's talking about, like, this is your space, right? This is your, like, little place that really helps you become who you are. The garden can talk about like those meeting spaces and the community that you find yourself in. And as long as it's a heartfelt one, you will continue to branch out and grow. what's at the, you know, all the cliches of like your vibe attracts your tribe and stuff like that. It's like, well, I do believe that we will attract to us people who are on that same life level as us. So look at who you're surrounding yourselves with. And if it's a bunch of people who probably fall into the category of not being so great for you, maybe you need to step up some boundaries and be like, you know what, this week I'm out. I don't really feel like giving my energy, which could be the bear, and you're like recharging. So it's okay to take a step back and just have a you week, you know. We're entering May, we're getting there. So where I am in our neck of the woods, it's getting nicer and brighter, and it's just like some really good days to step outside into just the day and see what it has to offer. I'm gonna do 2 animals, just put them here and here, to give us some guideposts as well. I got 2. We've got the hawk. Whenever I see the hawk, I think about, you know, listen to the messages that you're receiving. They could be subtle signs, they could be really big guideposts, but just go up, observe, and when you know that that's a message that's for you, you can swoop on down and grab it. And then the goat is telling me that there's nothing that you can't do. You can have a little sass and fun while you're, you know, going about your week, but just know that even if you think you can't get to where you need to be, there's always a way. Goats have this weird ability of just getting access to things that they're not supposed to be into or on or whatever. So just, and it's not even that they're not supposed to be, they just have a way, you know. So know that no matter what, nothing is out of reach. You can always get there. But overall, I really think we could use some positivity and joy in this week, and know that while these things are always going to be there and looming, we can take a step and focus on what makes us happy this week while still being aware of the darkness or the things that really just are agitating. But also we need those boundaries in order to recharge, in order to show up as our full selves. So I hope you have a great week, and I will see you here next Tuesday. Have a good one. Bye.